What's up, my friend? Abby here, and welcome back to Writer's Life Wednesdays, where we come together to help you make your story matter and make your author dreams come true. It's Preptober, and that means all month long on this channel, I am sharing with you my best methods for preparing to write a novel for NaNoWriMo. Last Wednesday, I shared with you guys my very first steps to preparing to write a novel. My simple outlining process that even pantsers won't find too daunting. In this video, we're going to be diving into character creation using my favorite character profile, which includes some brand new questions that I haven't shared before anywhere else. And these questions will help you to unearth even more conflict and make your characters come to life on the page. So, without further ado, grab a notebook and let's get started.
Why does your story matter? Good question. What if I told you that there's a science behind every great story? I don't just teach you how to write. I teach you how to change the world with your story and make your author dreams come true.
I have talked a lot about character creation on this channel. In fact, I taught a whole live training going in depth into the character creation process, which is definitely worth a watch if you want to dive deeper into this whole thing. You can find the link to that below this video. But today we're going to just touch on the fundamentals of this process and keep everything super simple, because that's the theme this Preptober. Less complication, more writing. Here's the thing. If you want your story to have an impact on your audience, it must be character-driven. Yes, even if you have an action-packed plot full of car chases and sword fights and exploding spaceships. Because at the end of the day, we don't care about any of those things unless we care about who it was happening to. It's the characters who make us care about the plot. It's the characters who go on a transformative journey and learn something as a result of their journey. And that something they learn is the truth that you want to shout from the rooftops, the big ideas that you want to share with the world through your writing. So this part of the process is all about finding that balance between your characters and your plot. Without external conflict, your characters don't change, but without internal conflict, your plot is meaningless. Got it? Moving on. I've said this so much I could recite it 5 times fast backwards in my sleep, but it bears repeating. The 3 key ingredients to relatable characters are fatal flaws, internal conflict, and clear goals. Now, a fatal flaw is a misbelief the character has about the world or about themselves, which keeps them from finding true happiness. Internal conflict is your character wants something, but they're also afraid of something. Their fear is constantly stopping them from getting what they want. And the clear goals, that's the momentum of your story, the driving force that makes your protagonist an active character in their life, not just a punching bag for the plot. Now, if you're like, punching bag? What? What does that mean? You clearly haven't seen any of my other videos, but that's okay. Let me explain. There is a big difference between active characters and passive characters. Passive characters are like punching bags for the plot. They don't make choices. They get pushed around by life. They don't change as a result of their journey because they never battled with a misbelief. Conversely, active characters make choices based on their beliefs and goals, like real people do. They have a deeply rooted misbelief, fatal flaw, which guides their steps. They ultimately choose to change their beliefs when they discover the truth at the end of the story. That slide you just saw, by the way, was taken from my in-depth training on creating characters. So again, if you want to dive deeper into all of this, I know we're just touching on it very briefly in this video, keeping it simple, but if you want to dive deeper into it, click the link below this video. But basically, here's the deal. If you don't have a character arc, you don't have a story. You just have a random assortment of stuff happening to a random assortment of people. And that is not memorable. The character's arc, the journey of change, is what makes a story memorable and satisfying and enjoyable and addictive, so that you stay up way past your bedtime reading it. And if you want to create realistic characters, you have to go beyond this personal internal conflict thing and also develop their relationships with other characters. For example, if I'm writing a story about two sisters, I have to go beyond their personal internal conflicts and understand their relationships and how they feel about each other. Perhaps one sister is more protective of the other one, or perhaps one sister is jealous of the other one. Well, those are two very different conflicts that will completely change how I write the story. Relationships between your characters takes your story to the next level. It makes your reader feel like they've just stepped into this world of these characters who have coexisted for a long time and have these richly developed relationships and emotions and fears and desires and anger and love and hate, and it's so good. So, keeping everything we just talked about in mind, let me share with you now my new and improved character profile. This is a no-nonsense questionnaire that you can use and reuse for any of your characters, whether they're the protagonist, antagonist, love interest, cute animal sidekick, anyone. Okay, first things first, character basics. So the character's name, their role in the story, and physical description. Get it out of your system now. And then when it comes time to actually describe your character in the story, watch this video right here. Age. Personality type. Enneagram or MBTI. And these are my personal favorites, but of course you can use any personality typing system you want. I also have a fun video here about how to use the Enneagram to hack internal conflict. Definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it already. Distinctive skills and abilities. So this one is more suited to fantasy or sci-fi, where you might have characters who have like superpowers or magic, but it could also work for realistic stories as well. Like, this character is really good at math or whatever. What is their greatest fear? Now we're getting into the good stuff. Now we're getting into the internal conflict. Again, check out the Enneagram if you're blanking. What is their misbelief about the world? Now remember, this is the root of your character's fear. Check out this video here to learn how to find your character's misbelief using the theme of your story as your guiding compass. What happened in this character's past to make them believe this lie? Now this is a good opportunity to dive into your character's backstory and maybe even write some backstory scenes that you may or may not use in the actual story itself. This is really the moment in your character's past which changed their outlook on life and established their beliefs. So it's an important, pivotal moment. Definitely check out this video I made on writing character backstory for some better prompts and questions. What do they most often criticize others for? Again, we're getting into the beliefs here. So every character that you write should have beliefs. They should have opinions and convictions just like real people do. What is their love language? Again, real person thing, and also really helpful when it comes to writing this character. We all have different ways that we give and receive love. Also just another quiz for you to get distracted taking for all your characters. How do they respond to emotional pain? Reference the Enneagram here again, it will help you a lot. Top 3 things he or she values most in life. This can be physical or abstract, like money, respect, success, family, love, waffles, you know. Is there an object he or she can't bear to part with, and why? I dare you to make this matter to them a lot. No, it doesn't have to be like my father's pocket watch, but there's a reason that's a cliche. Because it's not just an object, there's a history, there's an emotional attachment, there's a meaning to it, there's a consequence to not having it. Describe a typical outfit for him or her from top to bottom. How they dress should say something about this character. Also, it's great for showing, not telling. What is his or her method of manipulation? I know that sounds kind of sinister, doesn't it? But it's true. It's something everyone does. Everyone has a sneaky way to get what they want. Being passive aggressive, using reverse psychology, being overly generous, being a martyr, threatening someone at knife point. Okay, boom, let's move on to the next part of this character questionnaire, character goals. Now this is where we figure out the trajectory of your story's plot, because we figure out what your character wants, what they're going after. Character goals. How is your character dissatisfied with their life? What does your character believe will bring them true happiness or contentment? What definitive step could they take to turn their dream into a reality? How has their fear kept them from taking this action already? How does your protagonist feel they can accomplish their goal while steering clear of the thing they're afraid of? The answers to all of these questions will help you to craft that compelling, gripping opening hook and inciting incident that will grab your reader and pull them into the story and make them care about the character. Now, let's go even deeper and explore some relationships and conflicts. Ask yourself the following questions about each character that your main character has a direct relationship with. So this could be their parents, their friends, their love interest, their mentor, their enemy, anyone. In a few words, describe the MC's relationship with this other character. Feel free to use story examples as references. I use example stories for myself a lot because it really helps me to just get a better grasp on the complexities of these relationships I'm writing. And yeah, most of them are Jane Austen comparisons, but whatever. What are some points of conflict in their relationship? So this could be a conflict of beliefs, standards, principles, or it could be something more obvious and concrete like a class difference or an age gap. What do they agree on? What do they disagree on? Beliefs, beliefs, beliefs. I can't shut up about beliefs. Because this is what makes your characters feel like real people. Also, defining these agreements and disagreements early on will help fuel the fire of future conflicts and arguments. Do they keep any secrets from each other? If so, what and why? Whenever I need to make a character a little bit more layered and interesting, I give them a secret. How do they meet and how long have they known each other? So this one might not be applicable in every story if the characters are going to meet during the course of the story. How will their relationship change over the course of the story? Character arcs. Again, like I said before, this is what makes your story memorable. Feeling like we've gone on a journey with these characters, we've watched them struggle and overcome challenges and change as a result of their journey. That's what makes the story memorable. Okay, boom, that's it. That's my new and improved character profile. The only character questionnaire that you will ever need, except for those other videos that I called out earlier, which are sitting in the sidebar here, and you should definitely go watch them if you want to dive deeper into every step of this process. You can grab the character profile by clicking the link below this video. It will come with a PDF version, printable PDF version, and a docx version, so you can decide whether or not you want to copy and paste it into your Scrivener document or print off the printable and fill them out by hand the old-fashioned way. And again, if you want to dive deeper into this whole character creation process, you can watch my previous live training on this topic, plus all my previous sessions when you join my Patreon at the live training pass level. You'll also get access to other exclusive benefits like my private Facebook group, Discord for writers, and my resource hub of templates, structures, and printables to help you turn your ideas into a reality. So go to patreon.com/Abbie Emmons and join at the live training pass level to get instant access to all of my previous teachings and all the other exclusive benefits that I just mentioned. Smash that like button if you liked this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I post writing videos every single Wednesday and weekend, and I would love to have you here in the community. Until next week, my friend, rock on. And that's what makes it so memorable, is that this side plot really is what it is. These side characters came together to create this side plot, which then worked as the plot device that ended up changing the main characters as a result of their journey. It's so beautiful.